everyone and welcome to Makeup Monday. I'm FCA, and if you like makeup reviews and everything that is beauty things along with the thousands of other people out there, then join me and subscribe. If you like random stuff as well, you should subscribe too, because that's what FCA Friday is all about. And the color I'm wearing on my lips, if you care, is Maybelline's Are You Ready number 625. Classic color, has been out for years. And today is going to be a review of stuff. So last Makeup Monday, I showed you a haul video, and there was another haul video explaining the Sephora sampler stuff. And I'm going to go through from my last few hauls and just give you some quick reviews of everything that was happening. Now, the last one was the drugstore haul. And in that video, I showed you that I got this new brand called Koki. And they were made here and went into all the detail stuff. And if you haven't seen that video and have no idea what I'm talking about, I will link it along with any other videos I say. I will give you a link. So what happened was this week I had planned on doing a makeup tutorial. So I had gotten, I got the lights out, got the camera, got the things all set up to do a tutorial. And using this is the EP579 Smolder eyeshadow palette. I guess that's what EP stands for. And this is a problem already. And what ended up happening was, just here. Really didn't do much. So then I went in with this black, this very sparkly black in the corner. It didn't have as much kickback as the other shadow did, but honestly, putting it onto my crease, I can't tell the difference between the outer lid and my crease. These two colors, even though they look really different in here, after you apply them, they both have this gray, like they're just gray with very little pigmentation to them. So that doesn't, and this sparkle is going everywhere. What happened there? The shadows, when I swatched them, they weren't that bad, and I said in the drugstore haul, they weren't great, but they weren't the most amazing things, but they weren't bad. But taking them from finger swatch to brush on my eye application just didn't work. And I tried with this eyeshadow palette. I used it for about the rest of the week. I used it the rest of the week, and what ends up happening is you have these 9 eyeshadows. However, these shadows down here, 5 of the 9, are almost identical. Like these two shades don't look like they should be alike because they look like they're a purple and a green. You can't tell the difference between them. They end up looking gray. This color, which it shows a lot of sparkle. No sparkle comes off. It looks identical to the color above it. And the same thing happens with this one has a little bit more of a sheen to it, but all 5 of these colors, even though in the pan they look different, they come off completely identical, or at least similar enough that when they're on my eye and blended, you can't tell the difference between them. And these 3 colors right here, the 3 more matte looking colors, all come off patchy and just not great on the eye. This top row is wonderful. The top row is just fine. However, I used this, like I said, for about a week straight, and trying different combinations. My heater just came on, if you hear that. But look at the shadow. I've already hit pan on it, and I've only used it about 5 or 6 times, and I've already hit pan? What? Why? And a lot of these have a lot of kickback, a lot of very powderiness with the eyeshadows. I just don't recommend it. You get so spoiled from Wet n Wild or from Coastal Scents, any of those sort of lower priced items that are gorgeous and work really well, that when you get something like this that's $10, it's just, it kind of kills you, especially when essentially, oh, and this little copper color isn't bad either, but it's just not stark. And so you can only do neutral looks with this because you're always going to end up with one of these lighter colors in with some form of gray. And even though, like I said, even in the camera, it looks like there's very 9 distinct shadows, but when 5 of them come off this looking similar with the brush, a bloop. The other Koki product I got 4 Koki items. This one it's a thing. This is the number 610 brush, and this wasn't bad. It's just one of those, it's soft, but it's just, this was a little hard to work with because it looks like a flat shader brush, but it's actually kind of fluffy. It doesn't have a lot of density, but it's not fluffy enough. It doesn't have enough bristles, and the way it's shaped, it's hard to blend with. And as you can see, it's dirty. I've used it a few times. And yeah, just wasn't that impressed with it. The Koki eyeliner, it's fine. It lasts about as long as, you know, the Rimmel Scandalized does. The Rimmel Scandalized is a lot creamier and smoother, but this wasn't bad. It didn't pull or tug. It's fine. It's nice. It was black. It lasted long. No real complaints from the Koki liner perspective. That was fine. And then this is the Koki. This is Nightfall, one of their liquid lipsticks. And no real surprise complaints. This is a really pretty deep purple color. Very eggplant berry colored. And it lasted forever. It did dry down and it felt very uncomfortable. Emily Noel, not approved kind of liquid lipstick with that one. I got some e.l.f. products, and one of the e.l.f. products I got was the lip exfoliator, and I got it in rose. Now, as an exfoliator, this is amazing. I will continue to use this because it's great. However, this rose smell is really intense, and I'm not a big fan of rose. That's just my personal opinion. And I couldn't find the brown sugar one. I think I'd go for the coconut one myself because the smell is a lot. It's a great exfoliator, but that particular smell just missed it for me. Then I got, from Sephora, I got this brush cleaner, speaking of dirty brushes from before, and this annoys me for one thing. It works okay. It's not amazing. It works decently. But my problem with this is that it says do not spray directly onto the brush. Whenever you give me a spray, I had the same complaint if you seen my empties video with the Urban Decay makeup meltdown stuff. It has a spray. If I can't use this spray to directly spray, then give me a spout. Give me something that pours. Because having the spray is counterintuitive, having that top. It's really just an irritation because I can't get enough product just spraying, so I have to sit there and spray a whole bunch of times. I actually just took this off after about the 3rd time and just dunked it, and you have to use so much of this. I've only used it a few times, and it's already almost more than halfway down the bottle. Just go with something that works better. I have this Maybelline powder, and this is the Shine Free Loose Powder in 01. I'm wearing it today. It's fine. It's not amazing. I'm on the lookout for a better powder, but for your basic uses, it's not bad. It doesn't come off chalky. It's just not amazing. Not having too many things that are blowing my mind. The e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer, the one that's the light sky blue, robin egg blue. This is okay. The smell's a little weird. It kind of smells like wax, if like just a waxy smell. And I need a little bit more of this than I do most primers. It's not bad. I don't notice any additional super hydration in my skin, but my skin doesn't feel dry, super dry when I use it either. But that didn't happen when I used the poreless one. So it's not bad. I'm not sure about the hydrating aspect of it, but it's a decent primer. I enjoy it. I do like the poreless one a little bit more. Wet n Wild, this highlighting Mega Glow powder in Precious Petals. I've used this quite a bit. I really like this because it's this just beautiful shimmering rose gold color. This is a very subtle highlight. If you're a person who wants a bam highlight, this is not for you. It's, like I said, it's a beautiful rose gold. I think it looks great on any skin tone. I could see somebody, it would probably look more of a bam if you have a deeper skin tone. But for us more fair-skinned girls, it's very subtle. It doesn't look chalky. It doesn't accentuate pores after I put it on, which is great. The other cream highlighters I had in the past did not like that. The Dior Forever Skin, I like this. It just, it says everlasting wear, and it does last a long time, and it has a pore refining effect with sunscreen, SPF 35, which is nice. This, it's good. I like it. It's not bad. I don't have too many complaints other than, like, it just doesn't have the full coverage that you get when you first put it on. Doesn't last, and that's what I look for. But I like the way this feels. I'm wearing it now. The texture is good. The cover is decent. It just doesn't super last through all the things. But what does is this Fenty. If you haven't had the Fenty, by Rihanna, this is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer and Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. This foundation, definite purchase coming up for me. I got the sample of it, and I use the color 150, even though I'm pretty sure I'm more of a 170, 190 kind of girl. There's 40 shades of this, so you'll find your color, don't you worry. And it goes to super deep dark, and that's what everyone loves about this, is because the super dark skinned girls, there's just not a lot of things out there for them. So this is, and you couldn't get a better one, ladies and gentlemen, whoever, do your thing. This is awesome. I wore this during a very busy day at work where I was constantly running around. I work in a bar. So when you're running around, you're getting splattered on, things are spilling. There's a little smoking area, and so you get smoke coming back into the room all the time. This was amazing. It lasted, and it had that full coverage from beginning to end. This primer was amazing. The feel of this was great. It had this was worth every bit of hype to me. This Fenty Beauty, this foundation, at least the foundation, it was wonderful. It's everything you want in foundation. I absolutely love it. This EOS lip balm, I'm not going to be too detailed about it. It was good. I like the pomegranate one. I don't know why. I just was put off by the shape of this, pardon me, before. But, ooh, I loves it. And I use it frequently. I don't carry it with me because I'm afraid it'll get lost in my bag of everything. But, Then I have this Beauty Blender Liquid Cleaner. This is, I believe this is the improved formula, and this is from the official Beauty Blender. I have the Real Techniques Orange Sponge, this one. This is it in its smallest form. As you can see, it's still dirty, but that's because it's not dirty. I used a blue cream Halloween makeup with this sponge, and it just stained. It stained hardcore. But this was much better for cleaning everything else off with this particular sponge. And also, after I used this and put blue on it, I left it sit on the back thing for 2 days, counter for 2 days before I actually got to washing it, so staining did happen, but that was my fault. This worked amazingly. And that is my review of the stuff I bought. If you want more detailed information about anything,